today we are going to learn, right? Uh, Today we are going to learn how to prepare purchase journal and return outward journal, right? When there's VAT, right? With VAT. Okay, I think page number 6. Look at the page number 6. Page number 6. Activity 1, question number 2. Sorry, 5. 5, no? Yes, page number 5. Page number 5. Okay. Right. So page number 5. Okay. Read the question. Read the question. Read the question. Right. Manahara Limited Company is a VAT registered business. Right. Okay. Please highlight the word VAT registered. Right. VAT registered. All the purchases and return outwards are related to the January month. Okay. Right. Credit sales. Then there are 3 credit purchases from suppliers, free suppliers, Vishwa Traders, Sumanapala and Tharaga. Right, Tharaga. Okay. Vishwa Traders has given 10%. Vishwa Traders has given 10% trade discount and amount of Tharaga. Vishwa Traders. Highlight the Vishwa Traders amounts when there are trade discounts. The total amount should be list price, right? Then this is list price. Write down here, list price. This is list price, right? List price. This is list price. Okay. Then amount of Tharaka included VAT. Again, highlight the Tharaka's amount. How much is Tharaka amount? This is 150,000 and write down in front of that VAT included amount. VAT included amount. Right. Okay. These are the very special things we have to consider before prepare the purchase journal. Right. So next one. And also all purchases are subject to 15% VAT. Okay. Then return output. Again, Vishwa and Sumanapala before VATs, right? These are not VAT included amount, but look at here. Vishwa Traders has list price amount. Vishwa Traders are 200. That means here, this is list price, right? We have to remove our trade discounts. We have to remove our trade discounts. When purchasing 400 list price, we have to deduct 10% discounts. And when return to suppliers, again we have to deduct 10%, right? 10% trade discount. That's not related to purchases. That's not related to purchase, right? Okay. Right. So let's prepare the purchase journal, return outward journal, general ledger, credit journal, credit ledger, and trial balance. Okay. Right. Purchase journal. My color dark color. I think now right? Okay, so I will write here, write down total value column, VAT column, and value column, and here to get supplier name, invoice number, and the date, and date column, right? Okay. Purchase journal. Purchase journal, right? Purchase journal. Okay. So here should be date, invoice number, and supplier name. Supplier name, right? This is value, VAT column, and total value, total value, right? In thousands, right? Value column is without amount, without VAT amount, we have recorded in value column. Then VAT amount in VAT column. Total value means, total value column means value column and the VAT column totals, total of value and VAT. Understood? Right. So next, return outward journal, same as this one. Same as this one. Okay. Return outward journal. Return outward journal. Right. Again here, date. So what is the return outward source document? When purchasing, we have to debit purchase account, then debit note, right? Debit note. Then supplier. Here value column again, and VAT column, and total value column. Total value column. I will remove this logo. Wait. Okay, finished. Right. Right. So now Let's record. It's better if you take workings. You have to work. January 3rd, credit purchases. January 3rd, invoice number 1, Vishwa Traders. Vishwa Traders. Right, that one, list price, no? Right. In workings, it's better you can get workings. Please take separate page to do the workings. Vishwa Traders. Vishwa Traders. List price how much? 400, no? 400. And we should deduct trade discount. Trade discounts from that amount. How much is the trade? 10%? 10% means 40. Right. 360. Then calculate the VAT. Calculate the VAT 15%. 15% from this one, right? 360. So no need to use calculator. So let's think how much the 10% from 360. 36, no? Then half amount, 5%. Half of 36. 18, right? 18. Then get the totals. 24. 54, right? 54. Then how much the total value? 440. 414, right? Okay. So this one should be recorded in value column. This one in VAT column. This one total value column. 360. 54. 440. Fine, right? Okay, next one. Next one, January 9. Sumanapala. Sumanapala sons. So there's no any additional information for that 200,000, right? Normally write down. Normally write down in here 200. This is without VAT, no? Then how much the 15% from 200? 15%? 30, right? 30 and here 230. 230. Right, ne? Then next one, Tharaka. January 20th. Invoice number 3. Tharaka. Right. That 150 included VAT. How can we find out how much excluded VAT? Right? How to find out? They have given included VAT. Included VAT amount. Right? May here. Included VAT. VAT amount equals VAT amount plus excluded VAT amount. Without VAT amount. Excluded VAT amount. Right. 15% percentage. That means 15 divided by 100. That means if excluded VAT amount 100%, this should be 15. Then included VAT should be how much? 150. So now in these questions, they given the actual value for included VAT amount. Same as 115, right? 115,000. No? Then if you want to get 15% and 100, how can we calculate? Right? So normally we can get easily. If you know 115 actual value, you can get divided by 150. Then if you want to get 15%, multiply by 50. Right? Then here also say 115 divided by, if you want to get 100%, calculate by 100. How much the here value? 15% and 100,000. Right? Very easy. So you can write VAT without amount 100, here 15, 150. Okay, get the totals and write down posted to the general ledger. Nine, 5, 7, 5 now. Here 9, 99. 6, 600 then 660, eh? 660. Right. Write down here, posted to the general ledger, GA. Okay. And highlight these totals. Highlight the totals and write down number 1. Here, number 1. Right here, number 1. Right. If you want, you can write these workings. Right. Right. Next one. Return outward journal. Return outward journal January 7th. Credit debit note number 1. Visual Raiders. Visual Traders. How much the before VAT amount? 200. But we highlighted no that 200. That 200. What? List price. You have to deduct trade discounts when purchasing, subject to 10% trade discounts. No, then we have to deduct that one. Right? Visual Traders. Return outward. Visual Traders. Return outward. List price how much? 200. We have to deduct trade discount 10%. 10% means remove 1 0. Then we have to calculate VAT amount. 15%. So you don't use the calculator. Try to get 10% from 18. 180, 10% how much? 18 no. Then half amount how much? 9. Then altogether 15%. 27, right? 27. 27. 7, 0, 1, 207, right? This is this amount. You can't record these things, discounts. Record this one in value column, 180. 27 recorded in value column. Then total value with the VAT amount recorded in total value column. Total value column. Right? Total value column. Then next one, Sumanapala sons, no any additional informations. You can just write 13 to Sumanapala. 400. Right, calculate the 15% from 200. 15% how much? 60, no? 15% from 400, 16, then 460 rupees. Then get the totals. Get the totals. 580, here 7, 87, 7, 6, 6. Correct, right? Write down posted to the general ledger. Posted to the general ledger and highlight the totals. And highlight the totals. Write down number 2. Write down number 2. Right, okay. Right, finished. Finished, right? Okay. Now keep separate page, one page for record ledger accounts, right? Full page, separate full page for ledger accounts and next page, right? After keep one page, empty page, starting from next page, write down explanation part. Explanations. Right. And write down number 1 in red color pen. Write down number 1 in red color pen. Write down. The totals should be posted to the general ledger, according to double length theory. Write down total of purchase journal. Total of purchase journal should be posted to the general ledger as follows. Should be posted to the general ledger as follows. Right. So this business, can you tell me whether this business has registered for VAT or not? Registered, no. Right. Did you remember, if we have registered for VAT, if the business has registered for VAT, right? If the business has registered for VAT, what happened? Right. Look at the purchase value here. How much the actual purchase value? 660 rupees. This is the VAT amount. This is credit purchase. No, I will write down the process here. Let's think. If this is supplier, let's think this is business. This is the business, right? Then business has purchased goods from the supplier. How much? How much they have purchased? This is the actual selling price, right? Purchase values of the totals. How much? 660 rupees. But VAT amount, how much? 99 rupees, right? Then altogether 759, right? This is the bill sent to the business. Then business has to pay. Business has to pay how much? He has to pay all the amount. This is the payable. Then credit base is not this. Payable amount how much? All the VAT amount and the selling price. 759 rupees. 759 rupees. Right? With the purchase value and the VAT amount. Right? Business has to pay all the amount. But payable, right? Payable. This is credit purchase, no? Purchase journal. Right. Then supplier keeps only the purchase price. He keeps 60,000 and remaining VAT will be sent to the government. Right? Will be sent to the government. How much the VAT amount? 99 rupees. Right? This is process, right? Supplier has sent to the business purchase price with the VAT, right? Then business had to pay all the money, right? All the amount, purchase price and the VAT amount they have had to pay. Normally payable, right? Payable means liability, payable to the supplier. But when receiving cash, supplier keeps only the selling price, only the purchase price he keeps, right? 660. Then that remaining part, only the VAT part, will be sent to the government, right? Will be sent to the government, right? But if business has registered for VAT registered, right? If the business registered for VAT, that's the condition, right? This VAT amount will be in future, right? In future, this VAT has paid through supply and actual business has paid it, right? Business paid it, but through the suppliers. Through the supplier government therefore, if the business has registered for VAT, this will be receiving in future, right? Future benefits. Future benefits. Future benefits means in future this will be receivable, right? Receivable, right? අපිට ආය හම්බ වෙනව නේද? අපි එහෙනම් මොකක් කියලාද කියන්නේ? In future economic benefit receivable. Then this VAT should be asset for the business. VAT asset will be increased, right? VAT asset. Okay. So, and also how much should be business identify as the purchase expense? How much should be the purchase expense for the business? How much? How much should be the purchase expense for the business? This is only the purchase price. This should be purchase expense for the business. Purchase expense for the business. May purchase expense increased by the 660 rupees. Right? Understood? But all the amount, VAT purchase price and the VAT amount should be payable to the supplier. VAT amount. This is payable, right? So payable, if something payable to the suppliers, what we call that? Payables means liability, you know. What is the liability name? Trade creditor, ne? Trade creditor, trade payables. I will write down here trade creditor. Trade creditor liability will be increased by 759, right? Okay, look at the dual impacts, right? This one, purchase expense increased by 660. Our VAT asset, this will receivable to the business now in future because we registered for VAT, ne? And also this amount should be trade creditor, trade liability increase. Okay, let's create the double entry now. Right, this one, firstly this one, let's think purchase expenses increase debit or credit. What is the double entry theory? Purchase expenses increase or decrease? Purchase expenses increase or decrease? Definitely should be debit, no? Then we can write purchase account debit, how much? 660 rupees. 660 rupees. Right now, this one okay. Then how much the VAT asset? 99 rupees. 99 rupees. Then VAT assets, sorry, VAT no. So what is the VAT double entry theory? VAT increase, sorry, asset increase, debit or credit? Asset increases. Definitely debit, no? Double entry theory. How much? 99. I will write VAT control account. VAT control. Okay, this one okay. Then trade liability. Trade creditor liability increase. Right, trade creditor liability. Can you tell me liability increases, debit or credit? Liability increases. Definitely liability increase. Credit no. Then we can write trade creditor control account. How much? 759, right? 759 rupees. Okay, 759 rupees, right? Let's write down the this double entry under this topic. If you want, you can write this one. I will make a put a miracle. $759. Write down. If you want, you can write the process. It's better to understand for your understanding purpose, right? Right, if you finish, please. Right, finished. Don't record anything, don't write anything, just write this one. Right, look at now, look at the double entry. Did you understand the what is the logic behind the double entry? Don't make a කටපාඩම් කරන්න එපා, හරි? Right, කටපාඩම් කරන්න එපා. ඔයා මත මෙහෙම විතර ලොජික් එකට හිතන්න, මේක අමතක වෙනවා, හරි? දැන් මටත් එහෙම අමතක වෙනවා ටිකක් වෙලා යද්දි, හරි? ඒ කියන්නේ මේ මම එහෙම පාඩම් කරන්නේ නැහැ කිසි දෙයක්, හරි? මම මේකේ ලොජික් එක තමයි ඔළුවේ තියාගෙන ඉන්නේ. මෙන්න මේක තමයි කතාව කියලා මම එහෙම තමයි හදන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ. මෙහෙම දැන් මේක පර්චේස් එක VAT මේ රෙජිස්ටර්ඩ් නා, හරි VAT එක අනිවාර්යෙන් ඇසෙට් එකක් නේ, එහෙනම් ඩෙබිට්. පර්චේස් එක එක්ස්පෙන්ස් එකක් නේ, එහෙනම් ආයිකත් ඩෙබිට්. එහෙනම් මේ දෙකම අපි ක්‍රෙඩිටර් කවුද සප්ලයියට පේ කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒ ටික එහෙනම් අනිවාර්ය ලයබිලිටි නේ. අන්න එහෙම කියලා තමයි මම හදන්නේ. ඒතර ගොඩක් වෙලා යන්නේ 5 within 5 seconds you can create the double entry. If you have the logic, right? If you know the logic, you can easily create the double entry. Right? තේරෙනවද වැඩි? පාඩම් කරන්න එපා, හරි? වරදිනවා, එහෙම සීන් වෙනවා පාඩම් කරොත්. Right? මේ විදියට ඔයා කරගෙන ගියොත් එහෙම ඔයාට වරදින්නේ නැහැ. Right. Now look at the purchase debit entry 660. Look at the total. This is the value column, no? Right. May value column, total of value column should be debited to what? Debited to purchase account. Debited to the purchase account. Right? Debited to the purchase account. Right. In red color pens, I will write down here total of value column. Total of value column. Can you see the word? Yes, no? Please write down value columns in inverted commas. Value column. It's better if you can highlight, right? This is total means the value, right? Total value column. Please highlight. It's better if you can highlight this one. Write down in front of the in red color pen, right? Okay. Now look at the VAT amount. VAT control debited 99. No. Look at the totals of VAT column, 99 rupees. 99 rupees. That means VAT column total should be debited to VAT control account. I will write down here total of VAT column. VAT column, and it's better it's highlight, right? Highlight that one. Right, look at the VAT amount and the purchase price should be, the total value column should be credited to where? Creditor control account. Write down in front of that. I'll write down here is write down total of total value column. Total value column, right? Don't confuse with the, this is total, this is separate. Total of value column. Total of value column. Total of total value column. What is this? Total of total, right? Please, can you please tell me, did you understand the double entry theory? What happened? Now you can record in T account separate in general ledger, right? Write down these things, very important. අමාරුයි, හරි? මේක අමාරු නෑ, හරි ලේසි. ඔයා ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න ඕනේ. දැන් එක්සෑම් එකට අර ප්‍රයිම් එන්ට්‍රි බුක්ස් වල යන ඩිස්օනර්ඩ් වෙන ඒවා ඒ විදිහට බලාගෙන ඉන්න, හරි? Okay, right. Now right then අර එන්නකො empty අපි අර empty page එකක් තියාගත්තේ for the general ledgers right now and general ledgers we have to record in T accounts also, right? T accounts also. I'll separate this one here. This is general ledger. This is general ledger and this is creditor private accounts, right? Creditor ledgers. Creditors ledger. Private accounts. Okay, record this one into accounts. Okay, now purchase accounts. Purchase account. And VAT control, right? VAT control and trade creditor control. Trade creditor control. Okay, now look at here, purchase debit 660 rupees. January 31st, end of the period, VAT control debit 99, January 31st. Trade creditor control credit, no, you have to separately record it, right? You have to separately record it separately because there are two double entries, debit entries, no, then you have to separately 660 and 99. Then write down opposite account names. Here write down credit entry account, creditor control, CC means creditor control, and here also creditor control. This is my debit entry opposite account, credit account here credit control, then here purchase. This 660 debited to the purchase account, 99 debited to the VAT control. VAT control. And please write down references. This is red color number 1, and here also number 1, here also number 1. Right. Now look at here, the total we posted to the general ledger according to double entry theory, right? According to double entry theory. Look at what happened to the creditor control account. Credited, no, VAT also, VAT and the purchase amounts we have credited to the purchase, sorry, creditor control account. Then now what we have to do? We have to do separately recorded in private accounts. No double entries, only single entries, right? This purchase amount we have to record in separately, individual wise. Look at, there are 3 individuals, suppliers, Vishwa, Sumanapala and Tharaka. In credit control account you have to record those, prepare those accounts. Vishwa, Sumanapala and Tharaka. Private accounts, no double entries, only single entries, right? Sumanapala, and this is Vishwa. Right. Now look at what happened to the creditor control. Actually this totals you have to separately record it in private accounts, right? No double entries, only single entries. Look at purchase, total purchase credited to creditor control, then this purchase individual amount should be recorded in credit side of the private account. Look at Vishwa credit private accounts, Vishwa 360, then Sumanapala 200, Tharaka 100, right? Write down purchases, no debit entries, only single entry, right? Because this is only private accounts. Right. So, but you can't write end of the date, you have to write the transactions date, only the transaction in private accounts. But in ledger accounts, you have to write the end date, right? End date, January 3rd. And here also January 9, January 20th. Can you see here? January 20th, right? Right, and look at the total we credited to the credit control 99. They separate amounts, individual amounts credited to private accounts. 54 VAT, 30 also VAT, 15 also VAT. Only single entries, no double entries in private accounts. Right. Can you tell me, did you understand how to post it to the general ledger? Very easy. ඔය මම යන විදිහට කරන්න. හරි. ඒක ලේසි. right. කියන්න බෑ තේරෙනවද? right. Himaya, okay. Right, ලියන්න ඕනේ හරි. right. Number 2. Now දැන් ඔය පිළිවෙලට යන්න ඕනේ. හරි. මම ඔය කියන මම යන ස්ටෙප් ටික පේනවනේ. මේ ඩබල් එන්ට්‍රි ලියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. ඔයා හිතන්න ඕනේ ඉතින් හරි. හිතාගෙන තමයි දාන්න ඕනේ. right. Number 2. Now again move to the explanation page. Write down number 2. I will write down here. Write down totals of return outward journal. Total of return outward journal. Write down the topic. Total of return outward journal. Right. So when purchasing, we debited to purchase account. So VAT control, why we debited? Because of asset, right? Can you write down in front of the VAT control account? In front of the VAT control account, I will write down here because of VAT asset. VAT asset increase, right? Write down this one in front of the VAT debit entry. VAT asset increase. That's why we debited. That's why we debited, right? That's why we debited VAT asset. Right. Now, what is the meaning of return outward? Return outward means, right? Return outwards means purchase item business has returned to the suppliers. නේද? හැබැයි මේ ඒ purchase කරපු ටික ආයෙ අවලා තියෙන්නේ නේද? එහෙනම් මේ entry මොකද කරන්න ඕනේ? reverse කරන්න ඕනේ. මේ දාපු entry අනිත් පැත්තට ගහන්න ඕනේ. අනිත් පැත්තට දාන්න ඕනේ. හරි? මේ entry ම reverse කරන්න ඕනේ. right? Return inward outward කරත්. ඒ ටිකක් මතක තියාගන්න වෙනවා මේක න ะ. හරි? බලන්නකො මේ when purchasing total value column amount we debited to purchase account. Then return how much? 58. Then we have to credit how much? Purchase I will write down like purchase. What we have to credit how much? May opposite side of the purchase entry credit how much? 58. Then when purchasing 99 we debited to VAT control because of asset. But when returning this VAT asset should be decreased, right? This VAT asset should be decreased when returning. Then what we have to do? We have to credit, right? We have to credit VAT control because credit how much? The total 87. 87, right? VAT asset decrease, right? When purchasing the liability 759 should be credited, right? Creditor control total liability. But returning when returning මේ ටික අප මොකද කරන්නේ? ඔය ටික අයින් කරන්න ඕනේ. Then trade creditor control debit how much? 667. 667, right? Okay, so look at when purchasing this 90,000 neither were our assets, neither 90 VAT amount had been our asset. That's why we debited to VAT control. But when returning our VAT asset decrease. May credit means this is not liability, right? Liability එකක් නිසා නෙවෙයි අපි credit කරන්නේ. හරිද? අර asset එක decrease වෙන නිසා it's better if you can write here VAT asset decrease. VAT asset decrease. That's why we credited to the VAT control. This is not liability, right? The opposite side of the VAT asset, right? VAT asset decrease when returning. 87. Okay. And look at here. How much the 667? Total value column amount, right? I will write down here. Total value column. Highlight this one. Total value column. So now this one purchase. There is an error actually. We can't actually when purchasing we debited to purchase account, right? But when returning that one opposite side of this entry, purchase credit, but we can't purchase credit. We have to get brother account of purchase account. So what's the brother account of purchase account? Return, did you remember? Return outward account. මතකයි නේද? Return outward account, right? මතකයිද? Did you remember the double entry lesson? Right? Purchase තමයි හැබැයි එයාගෙන් brother එක්කෙනෙක් ගේනවා වෙනම separately. Okay, so look at the amount credit. This is value column. Total of value column. total of value column. Total of value column. 87 means total of VAT column, right? Total of VAT column. Totals of VAT column. Write down. Right. Okay, understood. Right, get the idea, right? No need to do so many calculations, right? Just just get the correct understanding of the theory part from one questions, right? You can then easily you can apply for the other questions, right? ඔයා මේ එකම තමයි ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න ඕනේ, හරි? එකම ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න හොඳට පොඩ සැරයක් හදන්න. උතර ටක් ගාලා ලේසි වෙනවා. හරි, ඊට පස්සේ අපිට යන්න පුළුවන් වෙන වෙනේවට. Okay, now posted to the general ledger. I will erase this one. Right, we have to get return outward account. Return outward account. Look at again, firstly we can write, let's write credit entries, return outward 58, VAT control 87. But debited to creditor control, but there are two opposite accounts now, then separate record 58, 87. Right, end of the date 31st, here also 31st. Write down opposite account name, creditor control, right? CC means creditor control, here also CC. Debit entry, account name. Then debit entry, here write down two opposite accounts name. Return outward account. OW means outward, this is VAT. Right, and write down reference number for your understanding purpose. Number 2, debit entry, here credit entry, and also here credit entry. Right. Okay, now we have recorded all the totals to the general ledger. Now let's you should record individual wise. Look at trade return outward, what happened to the creditor control? Debit, no? Debit. And this return outward totals we have to debit it in individual wise in private accounts. In private accounts. Right, 58. Look at Vishwa Traders 180. Here Sumanapala 400. Outward. What's the transaction date? January 7th. Here January 30th. And VAT amount, total VAT amount we debited to the control, then separately recorded in debit side is in private accounts.